Everybody's Videobob, and I'm here with our ECTO-1. And sadly, this is going to be the last video of this particular ECTO-1. This car I've had since 2012, and we've taken it all over the country. We've toured it all over the place, me and Ernie Hudson, and it's going to its new owners in San Antonio with their event company, and I'll follow up with that, and I'll give you a link to where you can go see it if you're in South Texas or you're going to be in the area. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of our 1960 Cadillac Meteor ECTO-1 replica. All right, here it is. It's sitting here idling away, doing great. And this is a 1960 Cadillac Meteor. Now the story on this thing was, it was on eBay, probably about 2012. I contacted the guy and made a deal with him and bought it directly from him. And he drove it up from Mexico. This thing was an actual working hearse in Mexico. Now, it was sold originally in Dallas at Randall Pino in Irving in 1960 to a funeral home up in Oklahoma, and they used it for a couple of years, and then they sold it to the guy in Mexico. So when he brought it up, it came with the original paperwork, and I realized they didn't have titles back then. I mean, this thing doesn't have seat belts either. So he drove the thing up from Mexico, and it was in perfect original condition, and we painted it up, and we did it like this. Now, I'd like to mention to my hardcore Ghostbuster fans, you're noticing the lights and things. As per the buyer's request, they wanted all new lights. So we removed the Code 3 lights and put up these Wallow lights. We painted them silver so they kind of look like the older ones. We made a cast resin replica of this particular, even though this isn't the correct federal siren, it was the best we could get, and we had to modify it. The Grimes light up there, and strobe is a replica, but the beacon is not. It's original, and so it's a pretty impressive setup. Back here we have autographs from Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, the Ivan and his son, Ivan Reitman and his son, Ray Parker Jr. This is the original interior, and I mean, if you check out the door panels, it's pretty amazing. And you look inside here, you can see how we wired it. These are the controls for all the lights and things like that. This is the horn tone system that plays all the sounds, like the siren. These props are pretty legit. Let's check out the rest of the car. So anybody that's a big fan of these hearses will love this original interior. Has the original interior with the flip over rollers, with the lockdowns. You rarely will find a car in this condition. So these, for my Hearse fans, these flip over and they have the rollers underneath for rolling the caskets in. All original. Even the headliner, completely original car. I will tell you that, there's one of our buddy Travis's Celebrity Machines plates. I will tell you that a car like this, completed in this condition, sells for over $100,000. I can't give you the actual amount, but it's a lot. Because you're just not gonna find one in this condition, running, driving, and then all the work we did to it. It may not have screen accurate parts, may not have the screen accurate correct tail lights and things like that, but the condition of the vehicle, the usability of it, and the quality of the craftsmanship of how it's built is really where the value is. And this car has been rigged up. You can see there's these little attachments here. What we did was we had a custom drive shaft made, and I'll show you. It's on the, you can see on the floor here. All right, you can pull that lever and disconnect the drive shaft, and you can flat tow the vehicle. And by doing that, you can just tow it right behind your vehicle, and it makes it easier than loading it on a trailer. We also had a huge accident. We were doing a TV show with Brian Johnson from AC/DC called Cars That Rock, and this wheel here had come off and ripped this entire fender off. So what we did was we took the fender from another 1960 Meteor that I had. There was a junker, and this entire fender has been grafted onto this one and replaced, and then we repainted the thing. Repainted everything, rebuilt everything, the dish up top, the little arrow is made of resin actually, whereas the radome up top is made of an actual steel bottle that's welded to that plate. The sniffer's metal, the box is metal. The fan box is metal. So it's a pretty well built car, I have to say. Let's take this thing for a little ride. What do you say? All right, we're taking this to storage facility for the new owner. This thing drives like a dream. I drove it about 20-30 miles yesterday. It's got brand new tires. The tires are Coker white walls. I did a video about that a little bit ago. It needs a bath. And what's that in there? What? We'll just put it next to the Batmobile. Do you want me to drive over those boxes? Well, sadly, this is goodbye for our 60 ECTO-1. But if you are a big fan of these, stay tuned, because we have a real 1959 Miller Meteor, just like this one, but with the correct taillights, the correct everything, that we're building right now. It's being prepared to go to paint. First, it's going to be blasted completely down to metal, have all the stuff patched, get everything blocked out, all the dents taken out. It's going to get painted, and we're going to put a new LS1 motor. This is still running the original Cadillac 390 carbureted engine. So our new car is going to be just like the ones they made for Ghostbusters 3 with LS1 motors in them. Custom interior, front and rear air conditioning. We're going to modify the back so that there's a back seat so that we can fit people back there. It's going to be amazing. So stay tuned and make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn your notifications on, because I do live videos all the time. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Videobob.